earlier it was the escalator which was going up. Anyone who had a RERA card, an Instagram account, few leads coming in, and they could make some calls. That market is not there. We have to take the stairs. We have to do criteria value finding. We have to ask them tough questions. We have to qualify the client more. And we need to do it in a way. When you are selling offline, you're selling them a future. That future can be different for different buyers. Someone who's coming from UK probably wants to just evade some taxes. Probably someone who's coming from India wants to just secure his family because the government is after them. I don't know. You need to understand what is the real reason behind it. So there the question, your criteria and value. The question is not for price and time. The question is, what will it take for them to not take a decision? Like, why was they even thinking about it? What is their pain? Good afternoon, Dubai Realtors.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to yet another webinar training. And the ones who are in this training are the Realtors who refuse to stay average. Let's start with a simple idea that market gets tested, but identity actually gets revealed. So for the last few years, Dubai was like a escalator going up. If you just stood on with a RERA card with little bit of knowledge and an Instagram account and few leads coming in, you moved. You were still able to do something. But those days are gone. The escalator has stopped. Now we see only those who can climb the stairs. From 28th Feb onwards, we entered a different game. Same city, same towers, but completely different rules. The next 3 to 6 months will not reward the loudest realtors. They will reward the clearest of them who have absolute clarity, where in the market where you'll see more fears, more opinions, more wait and watch than ever. And most agents will actually drown in that noise. In fact, some will freeze. They will blame the headlines and say market is slow, as if that's a strategy. So where do we want to stand? It's up to us. What my effort here is to position you so that you tighten your psychology, you sharpen your skills, and you quietly collect market share that fear leaves behind. Okay. So today is not about predicting Dubai's future. It's about deciding which group you are going to be in. And here's also the truth that in every crisis, there is an opportunity, but only for those who can actually stay resourceful. When everyone else is reactive right now, you have a choice. How do you want to position yourself? Because if you are the one who's frozen, you're watching news, you're waiting, hoping things will somehow automatically improve and clients are just going to keep coming back to you and they are going to say, we want to buy in, then you are about to get left behind. But you can be the one where you can learn to lead in certainty, where you can stay certain when others are confused, where you can quietly take the market share and you can still achieve the goals that you set at the starting of this year. This is not a market shift. This is actually separation which is happening. Some of you came here today with questions like, will Iran situation impact Dubai? How should I tell my clients to hold? Should they even wait? What should I even say right now? And if you're honest, every morning, we are still scrolling the headlines, still trying to understand what will the market move forward towards and what should I tell? And we are listening to 10 different opinions and then we are getting on calls and guessing. You are not alone. Most realtors in Dubai are right now doing this. But your income will not shift because of this. Your income will shift because you will develop internally, where you will have a personal development going in this very specific zone. So today, it's not about the market. Today is about upgrading you. So you can show up in a completely different state than the 95% of the market. Because here's what's actually happening. While everyone is focusing on headlines, the real game is being played in the background. 80% of the Dubai transactions involve international buyers. investors from over 100 countries, and every single one of them is making decision based on one invisible force, and that is forex. For forex, that is foreign exchange or currency movement. And right now, most realtors don't even know how to explain what is foreign exchange to their clients, what their clients actually earn their income in, and what it means when they are showing property, and what it means when they are jumping into a real estate property in Dubai. So when you start understanding that you're not just showing properties, you are comparing amenities, where you start talking about how does this decision impact your future earnings even if the market doesn't grow, or when you start saying that when you start making people understand from India that your rupee just dropped 8% before the war, and after the geopolitical situation and the war started, it has already dropped another 6%. What is it the best that you can do? And when you start talking like this, you don't become just a broker, you become an advisor, you become a global advisor. And that is what is going to create the gap between someone who's just trying to push a property and someone who's a real advisor. So this is what is going to make the deals happen for you right now, because not because the deals are not there, but because the deals are there for the agents who are ready to explain what it really means to buy a property in Dubai. So today we are going to learn something that 95% of the Dubai realtors don't understand. You're going to learn why clients wait. So today we are going to learn why clients say I'll wait and what it really means, how Forex silently controls every buying decision, the three-step framework to read a client money and his or her timing, and how to turn hesitation into confident closure. Because the mindset of a global advisor is way different than just a realtor or a broker, selling a off plan or a secondary property. So this is what we are going to be covering in today's webinar, and this is not something that is supposed to be ignored. This is something that we have to master if we have to win. And the realtors who understand forex, who can tell a British investor your GBP is strong right now, this is your window, or tell an Indian client that your LRS quota of 250,000 USD is expiring on 31st of March, and it's already the rupee has already declined 7% since 2008, will be able to do deals in this market as well. So this is what we are going to be doing right now. So before we move forward, I want to just acknowledge the room here who has already achieved and attended this webinar. So people who have attended this webinar more than 5 times, I just want to call out you guys. Satyam, thank you for being here for 5+ webinars, just so that I understand who's there in the room. Amit, we're going to take all these questions in the end, and if you've already attended more than 5 webinars, great. Vaibhav, great. Thank you, Ripin. Awesome. Okay. Oh, 5+. All right. Okay, Yusuf, you are new here. Okay, and I would just want to give a shout out to those people who have already closed deals after the after we started attending webinar. It has helped you something closing deals better. If I can just hear a shout out from you as well. New, okay. Me, Prachi, great. Hi, Prachi, how are you? Okay. Ahmed, you are new. Okay. Okay. So if this is your first time, 2 deals, Vilas, awesome. Okay. So for people who've just joined in new, we are going to be giving you tools so that you can use, upskill yourself, get into a better mindset, and understand what does it take to really make a difference in today's marketplace, and what is it that you should be doing, so that by the end of the webinar you are in a place where you understand forex completely, you understand how does this market work, and why clients say I'll wait, and how can we make them move forward understanding what does forex actually do. Okay. Also, I would like to acknowledge that I started the Realtor One community for all of us here, where we are building winners. We already have 4,000 plus realtors who are all part of Dubai real estate sales. We are already 4,000 plus. We are growing weekly, every day. More and more people are coming in. Thank you guys, and I want to give you a shout out for people who are referring their friends and colleagues to join the community. They will just put a link here for the community. If you find this webinar useful, if you find the community useful, please share it with your friends. We want to be touching 10,000 realtors very soon, and we want to help realtors close more deals, become better, be in a peak mindset, and to learn the strategies that can actually make you close more deals. And I'm conducting weekly webinars right from last 6 months, where every Saturday we connect, we learn something new, where we go from fear and panic to confidence and certainty. So this community is actually growing well. And I would just want to thank all of you for being a part of this Realtor One community. All right. So having said that, let's jump in to what we have to understand for today. Who all understands Forex? Just so that I understand you better, how many of you, in yes and no, if you can tell me, in your pitches, do you pitch Forex to your international buyers? Great. No. Okay. I think so. Thank you guys for being honest here, so that we can understand this much better, and we can really understand how do we exactly position ourselves with our with how we should put position foreign exchange and how it will help. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay, guys, one more thing before we move forward. This is the chat is open. I would want you to pay attention, because if one idea goes through your mind, you will be able to help close someone. Be attentive. This chat is for us. When I say please type in, I just know that you are focused, because if you're just passively listening, by the end of day end today or tomorrow morning, you'll forget almost 80 to 90% of it. At the same time, if you just pay attention and just type it in the chat, your attention span will increase to over 200 to 500%. Subconsciously, things will go in and you will remember these things when it matters most. Okay, so just stay attentive. Please participate in this poll. There is also a reaction button at the bottom. It has multiple emojis. If nothing, you can at least press that emoji. If something went in, if you had an aha moment, or if you resonated something, thank you. Exactly. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, so that we can all learn together and we can all understand where we are in this presentation and this webinar. Okay, so today 80% of Dubai Realtors transaction involve expat population. Dubai real estate is one of the most dynamic real estates in the world. It has attracted over investors from over 100 plus countries who call Dubai home. Uh, you, Dirham is pegged to USD, and it is USD is one of the most stable currencies and internationally traded currencies in the world. Today, it's not about selling more properties; it's about becoming the realtor trusted with global wealth decisions. So, because in today's world, Dubai real estate isn't driven by location, it is driven by global money flow and currency movement. The difference between a broker and a global advisor is understanding money, not just property, not just the area, but also about where is this money coming from. Because if we don't understand this, what will happen? We will get these kind of objections. How many of you have already lost deals because of these objections? Hi, Sadik. Yeah. Okay. Great. So not the right time. Let me think about it. Okay. Let me watch the situation. I want to compare more options. So this is something which is consistently happening again and again and again. Okay. And Forex is a part of making you understand, giving you more facts, more tools, so that you can prepare yourself better with respect to these objections when they come up. Okay. See, it's like, when we are a realtor, when we are getting into the marketplace and we are new, we are like holding a butter knife, and there is a whole jungle. You're fighting dragons with a butter knife. You are not at all equipped. You will not survive this market if you don't grow skills. And the moment you start learning something, the moment you start learning new skills, you start becoming better and better, and then that butter knife becomes a weapon, and then it becomes a gun, and then it becomes grenades, and then you are fully powered and you have all the ammunition. So now the investor or the client has no chance. The moment you jump in, you have all the arsenal, and that is what you need to be equipped with the mindset, with the skill set, with the right objection, what is going to be the answer for these objections. And if you can do this, you will win. The possibility of you closing a deal, building a relationship, will be not something that can be ignored by this marketplace. Okay, so I want to just empower you with this knowledge of specifically Forex today, so that we don't dilute the understanding of content here, and we understand what does it actually take. Okay, so let's understand what is uh, Forex here. Okay, so see, every geopolitical shock, every crisis, every major news event creates two distinct phases. Okay, but that phases can be understood if we understand what is the reason why deals fail. And deals fail because of lack of Forex understanding, lack of wrong timing, no financial positioning, ROI uncertainty. So if I'm an investor or if I'm a buyer today, I don't know whether I should really take on it, and probably to be more certain, I should wait. And it's trust deficit. Okay. See, Global Capital Hub. Dubai is investors has investors from over 150 plus nationalities. The capital inflow recorded 900 billion plus transactions in 2025. Net flow of 10,000 plus millionaires migrated to Dubai in just 1 year. And this was a place where most of the clients came in, because Dubai has created a funnel about how people come into Dubai. So Dubai has got attracted the maximum tourists in 2025. Almost 19 million plus tourists came. Now, what does 19 million mean? Means there are almost 50,000 people came in every single day in 2025. There were almost 210,000 new people who became expats, sorry, who took residency in Dubai. That is 575 new people coming in every single day. Okay, so Dubai market has been growing. This geopolitical tension which has happened is a sudden shock. But before we understand the shock, let's understand what who truly decides the Dubai real estate market. Is it the global investors, or is it the local buyers? Absolutely. Thank you, Sabiha, for being first. Yeah, Ripin. Okay, local. No, not local buyers. Like I'm talking about local buyers here is in terms of, are we talking about Emiratis locals, or are we talking about global investors? Okay, Ripin. Yeah. So we know that Dubai is built on expats. We know Dubai has 92% population as expats. Okay. So once we understand this, we need to understand that when there is an expat, when somebody is an expat, what do? They are basically buying property in their local currencies. Okay. And right now, what has happened is there is a geopolitical shock, there is a crisis, and there is a major event that has happened. And every geopolitical shock creates two distinct phases. One, and if you don't understand this, you'll get swept away in the noise and lose deals to people who do understand it. So phase one is the sentiment shock. So what is a sentiment shock? This is what we are living through right now in Dubai. Like duration, it is almost days to week, that's it. And probably 1 or 2 months. Here's what happens in phase one. Headlines dominate the decision. Fear spreads rapidly. WhatsApp panic goes viral. Everyone adopts a wait and watch mindset. Sound familiar? Now, your clients are not reacting to what's actually happening to them. They are reacting to what they are actually reading and hearing. Their job still, most jobs are secured, their salary is still coming in, the banks are still operating, but the headlines say crisis, so they freeze. See, in the short run, the market is the voting machine. In the long run, it's the weighing machine. So right now people are voting, it's emotion, it's panic. That's the voting machine. And here's the critical part you need to understand: this is a temporary sentiment, not a structural reality. Now, coming to phase two. Phase two is the structural reality. Duration months to years. This is what actually matters. So, phase two asks four fundamental questions. What's happening to your jobs? Is the banking system stable? What are the actual demand patterns? What's happening to fundamentals and economics? Okay. So these are the real indicators, not the CNN, not Instagram reels, not WhatsApp forwards. See, the biggest mistake investors make is to believe that what happened in the recent past is likely to persist forever. The biggest mistake investors make is they believe that what happened in the recent past or what's currently happening is likely to persist forever. Most people confuse phase one emotion with phase two reality. They think because the headlines are scary, the fundamentals are broken. But here's the truth of Dubai right now. We had 575 new residents daily coming in 2025. Banking completely stable, Emirates NBD or ADCB, FAB, all rock solid. The demand last year had it was a record breaking demand with never seen before transactions. Economics 72 economics almost 680 billion plus in property value. So let me ask you, does that sound like a market in structure collapse? No, right? It sounds like phase one noise. In phase two we have the strong market, and this is what you need to explain to your clients. So the key to making money in the market is not getting scared of it. And if you can make your clients understand this, you can win the deal. So if somebody asks me, so Anand, what should I do in this market? Should I sell? Should I ask my clients to sell? Should I ask my clients to buy? Okay, what should I do? So I would position myself here. I would, for myself, I would get into the identity of being certain. I'm going to sell certainty. I'm going to sell certainty to the buyer who wants to buy, and I'm going to sell certainty to the seller who's going to sell. Because there can be different reasons why they are doing whatever they are doing. But the way I win after understanding this phase one and phase two is about me becoming certain. I don't have emotion. I'm not going to get tied down with the newses. I'm going to here to be the one to help the clients. And if I go deeper, because some of you may be thinking, but what if the market actually crashes? Great question. See, what happens is, let me go to the next slide. Okay. What actually crashes the market in real estate? You need to understand this. This slide is critical because most people have no idea what a real market crash looks like. They think a few bad headlines is equal to crash. They think some panic or social media news is equal to crash. That's now not how it works. Markets don't crash from headlines. Markets crash when three critical systems break simultaneously. Okay, so let's talk about the banking collapse. Number one, this is what happened in 2008, like global financial crisis. What did it look like? Credit dried up completely, banks failed and closed their doors, and liquidity almost vanished overnight. People couldn't get loans. Banks went bankrupt, and that's a banking collapse. Is that happening in Dubai right now? No, right? Emirates NBD just posted record profits. Banks are lending, credit is still flowing, properties are getting mortgaged. There is zero banking risk. Pillar 2, currency collapse. Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Lebanon, these are real currency collapse. What happens? Money loses value rapidly. Capital flees the country. Hyperinflation destroys wealth. This is what is destruction of currency. Is that happening in Dubai? No, not even close. In fact, AD is pegged to USD at 3.67 dirhams or 3.65 dirhams if you go to a Forex and exchange it. One of the most stable currencies in the world. There is zero currency risk, not only to people who are staying here, but also people who have invested here. Point three, mass unemployment. The Great Depression in 2008, where even Dubai felt the shocks, mass employment looks like widespread job losses, income streams disappear, stress, distress selling, and the market is getting every day more and more inventory and less buyers. People can't pay mortgages, properties get dumped. That's mass unemployment. Is that happening in Dubai? No. So we are literally adding hundreds of residents every single day. Job creation last year was at an all-time high. There was a zero unemployment risk from the current employer last full year. So here's the key insight from this slide. All three systems must break simultaneously for a true market crash to happen. Banking collapse, currency collapse, and mass unemployment. Dubai in 2026, 0 out of 3. Would you guys agree? Does it make sense for you guys? All right, thank you, Ahmed. See, if you can understand this, you can make the client understand this. And if you don't understand this, then you will only be dependent on the news what other people are saying. So when your client says, I'm worried the market will crash, you don't argue. You don't push back. You educate. You say, yes, Mr. Prospect, I completely understand your concern. Let me share something with you. Markets crash when three things break: banking, currency, and employment. And right now in Dubai, banking is stable. AED is pegged to USD, which is in fact growing stronger depending on which currency we are speaking with. And there is no news of mass unemployment. So what we are experiencing isn't crash. It's a temporary sentiment. And historically, people who act during sentiment shocks actually win. See, the worse a situation becomes, the less it takes to turn it around, the bigger the upside. And right now in Dubai is in phase one, sentiment. Phase two, fundamentals are rock solid. Government is rock solid. They are backing the people in every one way possible. People who are outside, they are sending messages. Hey, Anand, I hope you are safe. I hope you are safe. Here, work is regular. How many of you have experienced this? Do you feel safe? Absolutely. So when this is the whole structure. If you understand this, I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. There are hundreds of comments actually. I'm just absolutely. So we are safe. We are in a place where things are moving in the right direction. For us to be in a place where the market is going to recover. Government has done everything what it can. So who can break and who can explain actually these three pillars correctly to their clients can break the mindset of a client and make him take a decision in today's current marketplace. Not the brokers, but advisors will be able to, because advisors understand this. Big money is not in buying and selling. It's also buying at the right time and then waiting. So these two slides actually give you that clarity, and they give clarity to your clients as well, which is how you turn their fear into confidence and hesitation into closures, or at least a step forward to closures. Just making you understand Dubai's safe haven loop. When regional instability hits, wealth seeks safe havens. Dubai has become a premier destination. Okay, Dubai offers enforceable contracts, strong infrastructure, clear laws, tax benefits, and I have already explained to you before. How do you answer this question of Dubai safe haven? Like, how do you answer this question? Okay, so when somebody asks you, like, Dubai is not safe anymore, you need to position yourself and you need to give them this explanation. For those of you who've not listened to this before, is that what do you mean when you say safety? There is an internal safety and then there is an external safety. Internally, Dubai is safe, work is happening regularly, there is no fights on the road, we are sleeping comfortably at our home, there is no panic. Yes, externally, there is a geopolitical tension, but it is not started by Dubai or UAE. And these things don't last forever. Dust will settle down, and externally, also, Dubai will be safe. Now, when we talk about which is the safest country in the world, which is externally safe, the number one safety measure comes to USA. Externally, they are the safest country, or they are assumed to be the safest country. But internally, is it safe? When you can pick up a gun and shoot people? Between UAE and US, which country would you like to stay? If you can understand this correctly and make people understand, you will still be able to ensure the safe haven loop of Dubai. Yes, Scandinavians maybe, but do they have that opportunities what Dubai offers? Is it tax free? Is it easy to do business? Right. Yeah. So Abdul, so that's what I'm saying. We need to, we have multiple. So also, you need to understand that Dubai has engineered people. In 2008, people could not point Dubai on a map. In 2025, last 3 years, it has got the maximum tourists. It is a most visited place in the world, apart from Bangkok, London, Hong Kong, Istanbul, and now comes Dubai. So it is not something that Dubai has just happened overnight. It is engineered success. They have the recipe. What do you think is going to happen once this dust settles? Dubai is going to come even stronger, even stronger. So if you understand this, yes, Qasim, thank you for, yes, absolutely. So uh, this is what we need to make people understand. So property versus money. When we talk only about local property, we talk about square foot, amenities, floor plan. When we talk about money on a global focus, we are talking about currency arbitrage, USD, pegging, probability. When you talk about market risk, highly sensitive to local supply. Uh, Here we're talking about mitigated by global diversification. So is this a good building? When you're talking about global focus, is this the right time for my capital? Like if I'm in UK and is this a good time to buy USD? And am I buying a property? Am I buying USD? The way you structure it will make a difference. The property price is getting devalued for many of the Asian countries. what should be the financial strategy to secure my capital? So your identity, is it strategic or is it transactional? That is going to be the game changer. So Forex simplified, what you need to know. See, clients earn their money in home currency. Okay. For example, they are earning their money in INR, in GBP, in PKR, whatever it is. Dubai property is priced in AED, and AED is pegged to USD at 3.65 dirhams. So currency values keep changing daily everywhere in the world. And here's what actually is happening in every deal you're working on. Your client is earning in currency that moves, but they are buying a currency that is stable. And that gap, that invincible exchange rate is controlling everything. So it's like, how Warren Buffett would say it, like price is what you pay and value is what you get. But in Dubai real estate, the price they pay changes based on their currency. So even when the property value stays the same, they get a much bigger margin. I'll make it practical. So let's talk about what happens in real life. See, there are two scenarios. Okay, scenario one, strong currency, where what does that mean? Like more buyers. So I would say it's got more buying power, faster decision. Let me paint a picture. Say for example, a British client, they are earning in GBP. So the same million dirham property would cost them less in pounds today than it did 6 months ago. What does that client feel? Confidence, urgency, opportunity. Okay, they think this is my window. I should act now before my currency drops, or I can probably structure my payment plan in an off-plan property where I can, pay and average out my currency so that I can hedge myself. So you can push, you can close aggressively by putting this timing advantage. Okay. Scenario two can be a weak currency where what does this mean? Like less buying power, delayed decision. So for example, a client earning in rupees, in Indian client earning in rupees, it's weakened in the last 6 months. And just from 28th of February till now, it has weakened almost 5% more. So a million dirham property now costs them 12% more or even 10% more. What does that client feel? Hesitation, doubt, fear. So for a million dirham property, he has to pay 110,000 dirhams. Sorry, 1.1 million dirhams today. So the way you position yourself once you understand this will change the complete dynamics about how you talk to them. And that is what is the game. Is it adding some value to you guys? Can I have some reactions from you just so I understand where we are right now? Okay, thank you, Sabina. All right, I'm glad. Okay, cool. Okay, so this is something that we need to understand this. Okay, and if you just understand this, I'm just for you here. Just to, we've already covered this. Okay, just to understand who are the top 5 nationalities who have bought and how their structures has changed. Dubai.
India.
Okay, has been bought by India, UK, China, Saudi Arabia, Russia. These are the top 5 nationalities who bought. Okay, these are the international buyers account for over 40% of the purchases. And if you look at their currencies, most of their currencies have got devalued. So I would also share an example with you. So if you were in 2021, you bought a property. You were a Pakistani investor, you bought a property. Even if the property did not get you a single dirham of capital gain, in 2026, you have made 80% more just because you bought in Dubai from Pakistan. If you have bought it from India, you have gained 35% more from 2021 till now. Zero capital gain. Now you add more stacks to it. Rentals. Is there any tax on rental in Dubai? No. Is there any tax and rentals in UK? Yes. India? Yes. Pakistan? Yes. You have to pay the tax to the government. Is there any capital gain tax in Dubai? No. Is there any capital gain tax in other countries? Yes. So how are you positioning yourself? How are you talking to the client? Are you just a broker, sir? This is the property, this is a square feet, and this is a payment plan. And sir, when are you signing up, sir? Where I'll tell you. And my client ghosts me. All the clients are like this. I'm not getting clients. They just want 5% cashback. Other guy closed it because he got 4% cashback. He is talking sense. If you don't pitch correctly, if you don't understand how to do this correctly, you will keep failing and then you'll blame the market. This is what the stats are. 4 million population in Dubai. 92% are expats. 19.5 million people came in Dubai. They have engineered success. So you need to understand the Forex framework. Understand your client's currency. I'm just talking about with respect to Forex. There can be multiple pitches. Okay. I'm just talking about Forex today, just so that we get some value and we understand this topic well. Okay. We identify the strength and weakness and we pitch timing advantage. Why should you invest now? Okay. And we track how it performs against AED USD and the merits of it. Okay. We add more value to it. We make clients think about it. Second, we identify their strengths, strong currency, weak currency, watch trends, not just current rate. There are trends which are coming up. Okay. And we pitch the timing advantage. And here the off plan, because see, the biggest impact right now in the market is in the off plan sector, because off plan is sold on confidence. It is sold on the future. The confidence is low today because there are headlines which are screaming on people's faces and there is an uncertainty in the marketplace. And that is why the off plan sales are most impacted right now. So when we talk about Forex, we are also talking about you're buying USD in a long staggered way. Okay. So how should you pitch a client? Now coming to the pitch part. Okay, cool. Okay, so how should you pitch? We've already done this before. Echo. Somebody clients gives you an objection. The first thing we need to do is echo. That is building rapport, understanding what they are saying, show empathy. Second, we give macro facts. What's happening on a geopolitical level. I'm just not talking about currency here. There can be multiple facts, how Dubai has engineered, tax advantage, depending upon their specific structure. And third, specific answer to their question, like, will this Medan property going to help me or not? Will this off-plan property in MR actually grow or not? Whatever that their specific query question is, we give them specific micro answer. And we don't say bye. We ask them a question and then lead to the next question. Don't try to close people right now by saying bye now. Don't give statements. The question of a client has to be answered by a question. If you do this correctly, you will keep getting them closer and closer and closer to the sale. So for example, just understand this. Someone who's bought a property, the client who buys this is the property, the client has bought the property. Now, this client who's bought the property, what was the last question that he must have answered so that he buys this property? What kind of questions would have come here so that they would have come here into the mental awareness to take a decision? Your work is to bridge them up, so that they have trust, certainty, and they take a decision. And this is true for the secondary markets as well. When a secondary, you're calling for inventory and you are pitching people after you echo, is this, the question to ask is, what is more important for you? Is it price or is it time? Because if price is important for you, then we stick to what we want to sell. But if it's time is more important for you, then we can go lower on the prices and make an offer which the market cannot refuse today. Either ways, you are selling certainty. because everyone is going with their own mindset. Okay, so this is how we are going to be doing it. Okay, so different situations. For example, for a client whose currency is we just understand client's currency. So clients are earning in INR, recently depreciated versus AD. Okay. So hi, Mr. Prospect. I completely understand your concern. Right now, your currency is slightly weaker, which is why the investment feels a little higher. See, what smart investors are doing right now in this situation is either they are entering gradually or waiting for a better currency window and stability. Even if the currency is weak right now, Dubai offers a great opportunity for investment. We can find some jewels in current marketplace, which can actually not only help you protect against the currency of USD, but also give you an upside as the dust settles. Would you like me to understand from you what are the 2 3 areas that you have in mind, just so that I understand you better, and if it would be the right time for you to move forward, something around this time? This is how you start pitching. Your way you position yourself, your work is about pitching the client in a way where they are able to move forward. Okay, so this is something, I'm not going through this. We've just short on time so that I can take some questions from you. Okay, let me show you something most investors miss. Okay, your currency has already weakened by X percentage. Dubai is pegged to USD, one of the strongest currencies globally. So even if the property doesn't grow, what I am telling you today that it can grow 10 to 12%, you're already protecting and growing your wealth. The real question is, do you want to wait and lose the buying power, or act and secure it now? So this is something that I would start pitching clients with. This is something that I would start sharing more about so that it positions myself as a advisor. Okay. So far so good. We'll take 2 3 quizzes and then we'll get into this. What is the most common reasons client delay buying property in Dubai? Okay. Property quality issues, high broker commissions, uncertainty about money and timing, or lack of options. Great. So the right answer is C. Okay. Kirat and Mr. Nadeem, this is not the platform for this. Kirat, this is not the platform. And I would not appreciate this, please. Okay. Yes, so the right answer is C. And most objections are like, I'll wait, our financial confidence issues, not property problems. Okay. Why others are wrong? Because Dubai has world-class inventory, commissions rarely stop serious buyers, and Dubai has abundant options. Okay. So clients don't delay because of property, they delay because of uncertainty. Next question. Demand drivers. Who primarily drives demand in Dubai real estate market? Local UAE buyers, government projects, global investors, or real estate agents? Okay, Ellen C, Bulbul C. Okay, okay, global investors. Okay, so absolutely. So here the answer is C. It's all global capital that drives demand in Dubai. Okay, Forex impact. If a client's home currency drops by 10%, what happens? For them, what happens? Yes, buying power decreases. Absolutely. Rental yield increases. No impact. Property becomes cheaper. Okay, so clients now need more money of their currency to buy the same AD asset. Okay, uh, yield does not change due to currency drop. Yield remains the same for people who answered D. Okay, property price didn't change. The client become poorer. That's all. Or probably you can say it like they had to pay more to buy the same property. Okay. Last question. Waiting costs question. A client waits 1 year, property up by 10% and currency down by 10%. What is the real impact? No major change, around 10% increase, around 20% plus effective loss, property becomes affordable. Come on, guys. Okay, this is an interesting one. CD, everybody. Okay. Okay. So dual impact, property cost goes up and currency value goes down personally. So combined effect is 20% plus loss in purchasing power. Uh, so inside is waiting is not safe. It's actually expensive. All right. Last question. What actually causes the real estate market crash? News headlines, social media panic, or three, banking collapse, currency collapse that we have already discussed, and or D, too many new projects.
Letter C.
Correct. So absolutely, we've already done this. Okay. I'm not taking more questions. I'm just want to just take a quick feedback so that we have some questions with live Q&A. Cool. Okay. So just so that I understand you better, type one thing that hit you today about what we learned today and something that was a aha moment. Forex. Okay. Two-phase reality. Thank you. Currency value. Use Forex as a factor. Forex phases. Okay. Great. How many of you are going to focus on this now and probably you didn't know it before, just so that I know you better? Great, Hamad. Thank you for the reaction here. Okay, this is cool. I think that's also great. Okay, so me. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for sharing this. For people who don't know how to echo, who don't know how to, build an influence on their clients. Just last week, we are just running for the last week free Invisible Influence Mastery program. You can get this whole program. Dave, can you please share the link here for the program? This is 6,000 dirham AD program, free for all you guys. People who have already enrolled in this program, please complete the program. Prachi, this program, Invisible Influence, it is there in the module 4 or module 5. Please go through this. This will really you will really get a lot of understanding about how to echo. And we will have one of the training webinars only about invisible influence, where we will be able to take it deeper in terms of what does echoing mean and how should you echo correctly. Okay, so this is something what we'll be doing, and plus along with this, what I'm also adding up for people is I've created a whole structure. This structure is basically for people who have taken the cold calling cold calling program with us, the program which is all about understanding how you should position yourself, how should you speak, how should you open a call and learn. Plus, along with that, how you should also build your mindset. For them, I've built up a program, and that program is a must for Dubai realtors. Why that is must for Dubai realtors is because times are going to change, things are going to become difficult. If you don't know how to position yourself, how to have the execution and the identity, you will not be able to close deals. So success in this market requires two things. One, it will require a cold calling system, that is the conscious execution, that exact scripts, objection handling, market positioning. And two, the million dirham belief, that is your subconscious programming, the who, your identity, your confidence, and your magnetic certainty. If you have the strategy, you will still hesitate. If you only have the mindset, you will lack execution. When you combine both, you will be able to dominate. So cold calling system gives you wartime scripts that convert, objection handling, proven frameworks. And for people who've already taken this program and those who want to take this program, I am also including this whole wartime structure where we will be putting all of these things. Okay, tourism growth, population tax advantage, how you answer those questions with exact graphs, so that you know by just this whole script what will exactly take care of it. How do you explain tourism growth? How do you explain population growth, like people who are consistently the population, so there is no dip in 2021. Okay, price index, how the purchasing power of Dubai is increasing, what happens when there has been a crash. Okay, so we've got all these data about the forex, tax advantage, what's happening, and plus how do you see currencies in different countries. And then we are talking about exact objection handling, like the what situation worries me, what if the market crashes, how do you answer this question. The time that I was saying, build echoing macro facts, then the developer advantage. So what if the property price? So there are all these questions which are there, which needs to be answered for the clients. If you start understanding this, then everything will start changing for you, because you are skilled, that things are moving for you. And that is something that is going to make you win clients, people who've already taken the program. This will be added up today or by Monday, so you can also get access to this. And for those who want to really make a difference, understand this is the best time to be in Dubai to upscale yourself, because when you combine both your subconscious and the mindset with the right strategy, you get a place where you can dominate the marketplace. Normal price is 960 dirhams for this program. Your price, if you join before the 31st March, is just 780 AD. That's a limited wartime offer, because I want to equip you now, not later. So if you're serious about winning while others are struggling, this is your moment. Join now, type yes for moving forward. And for the details, your choice, your career, your decision. One deal, if you can do from this, and because of that one deal, even if you make 10,000 dirhams, 20,000 dirhams, or even 50,000 dirhams, you can understand what kind of a return this skill set will give you. Okay, so this is the one final thing before I leave today and we open the rounds for the Q&A. Everything we've covered, forex, objection handling, marketing, positioning, that's the strategy layer. But let me be honest with you, strategy without identity is just information. You can have the perfect script, but if you show up uncertain, hesitant, desperate, clients will smell it and you will lose. That's why I've built this cold calling system plus million dirham belief program. And this is 1 plus 2 equals to success. So you can type in yes, and my team will reach out to you. You will have a full access to this program ASAP once you sign up, and you can learn from it and you can move forward. Okay, so this is final me about it, and then I'm just opening the questions for the what is the questions that you have. I have 10 minutes to answer any questions.
Hi, Anand. This
Yeah.
session was really very good, today's one. And I am actually at a very closure to something. I've been working with this client for past nearly 1 year, 7 months or 10 months, you can say. I
Okay.
got her something which she really needed. And we got like the seller already bought it at 6.8, for example. And now he is trying to sell it, like somewhat some emergency came.
Okay.
So now he is looking to sell it at 6.25, but then
Okay.
the offer got revised today to 6.12 this morning.
Okay. Okay.
And the buyer was like, no, I want to take it at either 5.8 or 6 at the max. How do I get this particular client? And she is elderly, 70 plus, and very stubborn. How do I position myself now?
Okay. So, Ripen, just so that I understand you, what you are saying is that you have a seller who is ready to let go of
Well, yep,
property at 6.1,
yep,
and you have a buyer who's now looking to get into this property at around 5.8 to 5.9. Is that correct?
yep, that's right.
Okay. And you've been working with the buyer or with the seller?
With the buyer.
You've been working with the buyer for last 1.5 years. And
Yeah.
now this buyer wants to press the button to take a decision, but they were looking for this price.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. And just so that I understand you better, repeat, what is the real reason for the buyer to take the decision now?
So that property, she had seen it before, and at that time, I mean 10 months ago also, we had the same story. So the seller wanted around 7.2, and then she made the offer of 6.2. Now current
Okay.
given situation, she thinks that because the stock market crashed 30%, so she was
Mhm.
expecting price drop in Dubai real estate market to be at 30%, which is next to impossible.
Correct.
So I corrected her, showing that this is actually for the stock market. It's the DFM, real estate stock exchange, and it has started increasing if you look into those graphs now. So it's
Okay.
no longer that available, and then the transactions are still actually happening at the same market rate. We
Correct.
are getting the distressed deals, one or two, but then there is no buyer for it. And
Correct.
then and the deals that our agents are closing in our company, they are closing at the same market rate. So
Hmm. So
yeah.
just so I understand you better, can the deal happen in? Can is she ready with cash? The deal can be closed in
Cash.
48 hours, 72 hours.
Yeah. So she said that for the right property, I don't mind increasing the price, but when I'm giving her a right property, she is kind of like she disappears or sort of thing.
Correct. See the irony here is that majority of the people who are even giving prices,
Hmm.
it's across the market. They are just fishing. They are still not certain. They are
Okay.
saying 5.8, but
Hmm.
if you will give them at 5.8 today, will they actually pull the plug? How much
No.
time will it take? What? How can we make the buyer certain of the price what they are offering? That if the price is met, so here the work is more about preparing the buyer first. And if you do a basic structuring of questioning with the buyer in terms of getting the buyer to a place where they will buy,
Okay.
then you can take them from 5.8 to 6. But if you
So
don't make them get committed to making them decision to buy now, what is the real reason? What is the exact criteria and value they are buying? How soon can they do the deal? Can the deal get formalized in 48 hours? Do we have a check ready with us, which we can go and negotiate with the seller? If we do all of these structures, so we do this negotiation with the buyer and we do this negotiation with the seller.
got it.
Because see it's a very case to case basis, so if I would have to understand this much better, I would have to understand what are they doing, what is the real reason, what is the motivation, do they want to stay here, do they want to move out, do they want to bring the money outside somewhere just for the purpose of this webinar as well, like is this the forex involved, are they losing money if they're getting out, if they're coming from India, is the money being already sent by, is 31st the last date when they have to send the money and they have to send the documents in India so that the transfer can happen. I mean, like, there are so many reasons.
True. Yep.
Okay, so if
Agree
you
on
just
that.
qualify that client correctly, you will be able to do it. But the speed here will be about certainty. You as a realtor, your position should be, don't get emotional. Let it be no price. I don't want you to please judge the price. Don't judge the price. Many realtors make a mistake here. Don't judge the price based on your emotions. You don't know
Okay.
seller can sell the property at any price.
True.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are selling certainty.
Hmm.
You are the most certain realtor. So if the buyer wants to buy, he says, I want to talk to Ripon because Ripon is the most certain realtor in the marketplace today. If a seller wants to sell, Ripon is the person I want to work with because she knows exactly what the market is. And I think I trust Ripon because she's very certain. You are selling certainty.
Okay.
Okay. This is how you are
Yeah,
meant
got
to
it.
be in this market.
Perfect. Sure, will do. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, most welcome. Yes, I'll just take two, three more. Yes, Sophia, please go ahead.
Hi Anand, how are you?
Yeah, please, please tell me.
Uh, I guess Anand, basically my question is like this in this current situation, in this geopolitical situation, as you say, cold calling is becoming being a challenge these days. So how
Correct.
would you suggest, especially doing sales over cold calls?
Okay, so what's happening right now? This is the market where it is not a time about pushing the clients. Buy, buy, buy. That is
Yeah.
not the time. It is a time of building relationships, about actually creating value, making them understand why Dubai will be back again. Okay. And understanding
Mm-hmm.
their criteria and value. So, Sophia, the
Mm-hmm.
idea is, we buy, as humans, we buy something first and then we justify with.
Mm-hmm.
We don't buy because
Yes.
of facts, we buy because of emotions. If you
Yeah.
understand the emotions whom you're speaking to, and you can build
Mm-hmm.
rapport and give
Mm-hmm.
information like an advisor in a structured
Mm-hmm.
way,
Mm-hmm.
when they decide to move forward, they will decide to move with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is not the time where, that's why I was saying, initially, earlier it was the escalator which was going up. Anyone who had a RERA card, an Instagram account, few leads coming in, and they could
Mm-hmm.
make some calls. That market is not there. We have to take the stairs. We have to do criteria value finding. We have to ask them tough questions. We have to qualify the client more. And we need to do it in a
Mm-hmm.
way which makes them want to listen, talk to us, be with us, and share their experiences with us. And if we can do that, Sophia, you will be able to sell.
Yeah, yeah. But these days, as the market, people are not trusting why we buy offline properties. They are shifting towards more to ready properties where they can see actually. Because
Yeah.
how we convince them like the property will be ready in 5 months or in a year.
Just so I understand you, Sophia, what exactly are you selling? Are you selling offline or secondary?
Offline.
Okay. And are you selling which developer, if I may ask you, which area? Are you a specialist in that area?
Mostly Bengati and Demak. Mm.
Okay. So you're selling Bengati and Demac. Okay. And are you getting a lead source from your company, or are you generating your own leads?
Basically, I'm getting the data from the company and that I'm calling and making calls for that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you create content?
Yeah, I do.
You create content, you create videos?
Videos not normally not too much sometimes. Yeah, not too much.
Okay. So Sophia, my couple of suggestions for you. See, understand something. If
Okay.
I'm a buyer today, you give me a
Mm-hmm.
call and you say,
Okay.
Mr. Prospect, you should buy Bengati. And I say, yeah, I want to buy something, but I don't know, but market is like this. You give me 3, 4 reasons and
Mm-hmm.
you give me macro reasons. Okay. I said, okay,
Okay.
fine. Thank you so much, Sophia. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll get back and I'll hang up. Okay. What is the reason for
Yes.
me to get back to you? What are you giving me without actually giving me a call,
Mm-hmm.
which makes me more educated, more informed, so that I can
Mm-hmm.
move forward with a decision, and second, a decision
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're missing the second big point. This is the brownie. 95%
Mm-hmm.
reality is this point. So
Mm-hmm.
what would you be doing? You said, okay, Mr. Prospect, you know what? Why should I be buying? Let me give you 5 reasons. What should be buying? In fact, is it okay if I can send you some details about how the market is behaving and why people are interested in
Mm-hmm.
buying right now? And you're from this place, and I understand where you are coming from. I've seen your LinkedIn profile. You do this. Just so that I
Mm-hmm.
understand you better. Is it okay if I can just send you some details about how your Forex is making a difference here? How tourism, how Dubai engineered its success, and how it will do it again. Would you like me to share some details with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you keep sending videos and then you keep checking. You will be able to say,
Mm-hmm.
that time will come. This is not that time. You don't know. You have to do it at scale.
Mm-hmm.
That scale cannot happen on 1:1. That 1:1 is going to open the portal for you.
Mm-hmm.
But 1:many has to be because of social media connect. You cannot not ignore this. But please
Yes.
listen to me. If you can put 3 months of effort right now
Mm-hmm.
and not get
Yes.
emotional validation of a sale, even if you can let go of just
Mm-hmm.
2 months and you work every day on it, I can assure you
Mm-hmm.
you'll make more than 1 million dirhams in 2026.
Inshallah. Mm-hmm.
But you have to be focused. You have to get specialists. You have to create content. You have to go surgical. You can't do random.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be surgical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We should
Calling.
know why the client comes back to me again. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you need
Mm-hmm.
to build that structure, and then you need to, how do you follow up?
Mm-hmm.
So this is your first time in this webinar, if I may ask you.
This is the second time.
Second time, Sophia. So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
attend the webinars, I'm trying to give you a perspective about how you should strategize yourself. Okay, you will by the end of few months, few structures, you will know how to do it. But at the same time, please start creating content in a systematic.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Does this help you?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is very helpful. Thank you so
All right.
much, Anand. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Who's this? Farid or Yashi?
Hi, Anant. Hope you're fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
My question is, as some area, like if we can see the average buying of land price is 2,000 dirham, and the same area, every resale price is dropped down 50%, like around 1,000, or we can assume 1,200. So how we can consult our investor to buy particular area or invest in Dubai?
Okay. Adnan, would you like to take this answer?
Sorry, this is with regards to the off plan being sold at 2,000 and the ready properties at 1,200, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, which particular community you're referring to with regards to this price difference?
If I say about JVC, like JVC, the prices for off plan is around 2,200, 2,400, but for the resale is dropped down around 1,500. So this is like for the
1,500.
most of the
No,
area.
correct. See, that 1,500 and 2,200, that kind of a gap does exist in the market and it has always existed. Two reasons. One is construction costs are going up. Developers are upping their game with regards to the offering. If they are charging more, they are delivering a better product. And also, you are having the timeline to pay. So it could be backed up by better payment plans. And the people who invest in that kind of off plan, even they are aware of the price difference. Yet they are pumping in the money because they are getting the comfort of a timeline to pay for the property. Otherwise, if their requirement was an upfront property, they would just take a mortgage and take the property.
All right. Thank you so much.
And we have seen that not just here. We have seen that even in mature communities like Palm and stuff, where there is a big difference between the off plan, but the clients are going for the off plan because it's a much superior product to the ready which is available.
Farid, I hope this helps.
I just want like 3 to 4 major points, like it's mentioned, construction cost, timeline, payment plan, and the others two again, please.
So Farid, one is of course the timeline where you are getting a payment plan, which gives you the comfort of paying depending upon your situation. You can choose a project which has a payment plan suiting your requirement. That is one
All,
major thing.
all right.
Okay. Second thing is the quality of the product which will be developed vis-a-vis what is available in the ready market.
All right.
Okay. Then the third thing is, of course, the rising construction cost and accordingly what the developer is going to offer in terms of the quality.
All right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Very simple. Just if you can make them understand, what Adnan is sharing. Thank you, Adnan, for sharing this. It just
thank you.
makes it
These
very simple because
are the realistic points too.
people are not going to put today a developer who gets into the marketplace, a new developer. Adnan, if I may just take you on, okay.
Sure.
You've been into development, you've seen the construction happening,
Correct.
what is the margin a developer is working with if he's a new developer?
It's a very thin margin. It could be as low as now a 20% annualized margin.
Correct. Now, if somebody gives a DLD waiver from themselves, okay, if they give some commissions from themselves, okay, and then they take 20% home, the moment, and they were not taking in account of 4% DLD because that is coming to the developer if they want to sell, right? So the margins are getting thin. What they were banking on was the future capital gain which would happen so that they can make money there.
Yes, and leveraging from the off-plan sales.
Leveraging from the off-plan sales. So they get this thing and the banking comes in, all of that
Yeah.
structure. Now, what has happened is for the new developers, the cost of construction by the contractors is a way different pricing for a contractor for doing for Nakhil or Damak or some, recognized developer. What is that difference?
It's massive. It's shocking. In today's market, it could be more than double the price per square foot.
Correct. So for a new developer, the market will not crash. When you're talking about, then the market is going to go solo. It's not possible. They will not be able to sustain the development.
Exactly.
Okay. So this for all. Thank you, Anand, for for your answer. Okay. So this is what it is. Yes, Yashi. I'll just take your quick question.
Hey, thank you. So I wanted to ask you, like, whenever I do a calling, so usually they says that send me your information over a WhatsApp. If I am interested, I'll get back to you. So how exactly? Because I have lost so many clients by sharing all the details over WhatsApp.
Yashi, you should sign up for the cold calling program first. I don't know how you're
Uh,
getting into the calls. Okay, get into the calls
uh-huh.
the right way. Position yourself, build that rapport, build that structure. Okay, have the right identity why you're getting into that call, and when you do that with perspective, you will be able to really make a lot of mileage because you
Okay.
know the exact skills how it's going to work. I have done loads of calls, people who have taken the program, people who have
Mm-hmm.
I've taught them. You will see a massive difference in terms of the calling that you are doing, because that is a way of saying I'm not interested, that's why you're keeping the phone. Okay, I'll get back to you. That's what they're doing basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you mean I should learn how to do a calling,
Yeah.
the cold
Yeah.
calling thing already?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Vikas, I didn't take your question. Please tell me.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to speak. Actually, my question was, whenever we are asking client like, what is the important for you, like time or price, and they
Mhm.
says time, like both. So how to cater with that?
Okay. So can you give me a little bit back about what? So you're calling people for secondary, for buying, for selling, just so that I understand you better,
For
please.
off plan, and like we are having a conversation with the client, and we are asking, we are trying to convince them with our certainty, and then we are asking them like, what is important for you. Like
Mm-hmm.
we reach at a point when we are putting that question, that what is important for you, and the time or price or like whatever other question, how to cater with the answer both, because like I got multiple times the same answer, like
Okay.
if I'm
So
asking
first of all,
client that,
price,
sir, sir.
price and time is basically a question to be asked to the secondary buyers and sellers, because the property is ready and the property has to sell itself. Okay. When you are selling off plan, you're selling them a future. That future
Right.
can be different for different buyers. Someone who's
Correct.
coming from UK probably wants to just evade some taxes. Probably someone who's coming from India wants to just secure his family because the government is after them. I don't know. You need to understand what is the real reason behind it. So there, the
Correct.
question, your criteria and value. The question is not about price and time. The question is, what will it take for them to not take a decision? Like, why was they even thinking about it? What is their
Their
pain?
pain.
If the pain, no sale, the pain has to answer.
Correct.
Okay, so we are not looking at price and time for them because they say both are important. You give me a good price. I said, no, we are not in a
Right.
hurry. Because, they are not getting into the property. They are only getting into a contract in offline. Even if I
Correct.
decide today, I don't get the comfort of my balcony or the kitchen, which I can get into a secondary, ready property.
Correct.
So you need to understand their pain. No pain, no sale. I don't know whether you've done that webinar. You've gone through. Did you attend that webinar?
Not exactly, because like this is the very first time I'm appearing for your webinar. One of my friends, Kirat, he shared your link and I joined.
Okay, great. Because so you can I'll ask Dave. Can you just share a link for the last webinar? You can just go through that webinar. I think a couple of webinars are there. You can go through that. Understand. You can join in next week if you have any question. I'm happy to answer that. In the meantime, attend the free Invisible Influence program. You'll get a lot of value there. And if you are into
Okay.
calling, if you are into sales, understand that you need to program your subconscious mind. Okay, start doing that.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah.
make a lot of progress. Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
All right.
guys.
I'll do that. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for joining in. I'll take last question. Yes,
Can I go ahead?
Kinza, I'll just
Uh,
take your question. Okay, Kinza is not there. Amna, I'll take your last
Hi,
question.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, you are here. Okay, I'll take both of your questions one by one. Yes, please.
Okay.
yeah,
Kinza,
hi
go ahead.
Anand,
It's
how are
okay.
you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Okay, okay. I was making my content from last 5 or 6 months,
Mhm.
and yeah, for the first time it was like a bit slow, but now it's doing really amazing, really good, and I'm getting lots of leads, and those leads are very genuine and very good leads. Not all of them, like maybe you can say out of 5% out of 100% they are good. So I
Okay.
think it's a good number. So, but I sometimes I'm not able to manage them, and I am also looking to hire in my team right now. So I'm looking for, preferably I'm looking for the girls who are passionate and who can join me and help me out on those leads, and we can work together. But it's sometimes it's I feel burdenized from those leads, and I don't know how to take it, even though I have a marketing team who is helping me out. But at the same time, like, I am not able to, and I feel like that I am not doing much to follow up all of those clients and who are in my pipeline. So, should I hire some more people in my team, or how should I manage them?
Okay. So, Kinza, just so that I understand you better, uh,
Hmm.
you are creating content and
Yeah,
you are promoting Dubai properties or you are promoting lifestyle. What is the reason why people are reaching out to you?
yeah. I am working in real estate. I'm promoting Dubai's real estate at the different developers, different projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're getting inquiry on that basis.
Yes, I'm getting inquiries on that basis.
Okay, so what you can do is you can integrate a automated tool chat. If you're getting a
Okay.
lot of like many chats, there are
Hmm.
multiple other toolbox where you can start changing the CTA what you are asking them to send. So don't just tell them that at the end of the this thing, that if you're looking for this thing, mention Bingati. You can say DM bin if you want to know details about Bingati or whatever projects you are selling. Okay, now what
Hmm.
happens is that in that, the moment they do it, your many chats, you can have multiple algorithms where you will get an automated message being reverted to them. Once they go
Hmm.
through that in the end again, so the part is about, if you want to really do well, you need to
Hmm.
really ask good questions. And I'm sure you're doing well in your Instagram if you are getting a lot of queries. So ask them a
Yeah.
question at the end. Even when you're filling up Bingati, the whole thing in the end, if you're looking for more details, specifically, if you could tell me your bedroom size, the price budget, what is the timeline, I can give you a whole personalized, bespoke plan and help you understand if this is the right opportunity for you. No pressure. So what happens the
Hmm.
moment you speak something like this? Now you further filtered them,
Hmm.
and then that query is something that you can attend to. Okay,
Hmm.
so everything can get automated, and then it
Hmm.
can be filtered and you can answer those questions. Does it
All
make sense?
right. All right. All right. And I just have this one question, like, as I am having getting a lot of good inquiries, so at the same time I'm getting like spam messages, spam users, and the people who are just making a lot of time out of, I don't know from where they're getting a lot of time and wasting agents' time, especially the girls. I came across one, sorry, I don't know, he was agent or something like that, and he made me visit Palm Jumeirah's three or four villas for the 4 or 5 times.
You're not
And
qualified applicants, sir. The problem is not
hmm,
queries. The problem is about
hmm,
people are, you don't have to buy anybody on face value. The reason
yeah,
why you're getting the queries is because you're doing something right on your content. You have to
hmm,
be focusing right on your content. If you do
hmm,
that correctly, everything else will take care of itself. Don't worry about the deals. You can have a
hmm,
pipeline of buyers who only want to buy from you because you resonate with them.
yeah,
You can set your own terms and condition. Even if you do 10
hmm,
deals in a year, you can make 1 million dirhams plus 100,000
yeah,
dirhams for each
correct.
commission. So you
Yes.
keep your goal right, get your
Hmm,
mindset clear. The only problem with social media blowing up account is the
hmm,
emotional drain that you have if things don't work out. If you get
hmm,
success, and if you are not able to monetize, all this
hmm,
can be addressed when you are mentally in the right mental frame. So my only suggestion for you would be, don't take people on face value, qualify them first. ask them for their details.
Hmm.
Before you go and visit anywhere, do a Zoom call with them, have a
Yeah.
professional meeting, or you can tell them that why don't you just speak to one of my colleagues? We both work as partners. You can just send those
Hmm.
leads there, get it qualified,
Yeah.
then you can come back to them. Sounds
This
good?
is what I'm doing. Yeah.
All right. All right. Wish
Thank
you
you
all the
so much,
best.
Aman.
Take care of
Thank
yourself.
you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye. Yes, I missed one person who spoke last time. Yes, Amna. Quickly, I'll just take
Yes.
your question. Then we.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so
And
much.
the webinar is awesome, amazing, very informative, very knowledgeable.
Thank
अच्छा
you so much.
मिस्टर आनंद मुझे आपसे जरूरी बात ये करनी थी कैन आई स्पीक इन हिंदी इट्स ओके
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
अच्छा अब मुझे still I'm a developer from Ajman one of the Ajman leading developers
Mm-hmm.
currently what I have in 2 days जो पिछले के 2 दिन गए ना ये मेरे लाइफ के सबसे horrible days थे because I just lost 4 customers not lost almost about to lose them I work
Okay.
in an off-plan project okay I have my projects in Ajman
Mm-hmm.
Emirate City and मेरी 4 मैच्योर क्वालिफाइड डील्स थी और वो अब रिफंड मांग रहे हैं एंड उनका डिपॉजिट भी अच्छे खासे आ गए हैं एंड दे देंगे वो भी कर देंगे डेवलपर है माय डेवलपर द डेवलपर आई एम वर्किंग विद दे डोंट हैव एनी इशू बट यू नो आई डोंट वांट यू टू जस्ट टेल देम आई वांट यू टू कन्विंस देम कीप द डील ऑन the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I came to your webinar is something attractive because obviously you got many positive vibes. मुझे मेरी फ्रेंड ने रिकमेंड किया था कि आप आनंद सर को ज्वाइन करें मैंने बोला चलें यार ये देख लेते शायद कोई ऊपर वाले की तरफ से एक पुश होगा कि चलो कुछ मिल जाएगा हल अब समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि उनको रोकूं कैसे मैं रिफंड नहीं करना चाह रही मैं नहीं चाह रही कि वो डील्स चले जाए अच्छे कस्टमर्स हैं मैंने ही 4 लॉक किए थे चारों का डिपॉजिट एक का 50,000 है एक का 70 है एंड अच्छी अमाउंट पर एक का 1,20,000 है तो वो
Mm-hmm.
डिपॉजिट तो आ गया है मगर आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहा बिकॉज ऑफ द करंट सिचुएशन अनसर्टेनिटी इतनी आ गई है और तकरीबन तीन इंडियंस है और एक ईरानी है तो आई डोंट वांट देम टू जस्ट लूज देम हाउ डू आई स्टॉप देम क्या करूं मैं मुझे बताया
Okay. See, Abna, first of all, I don't know exactly the background of each person. So what you are basically saying is that you are working with a leading developer in Ajman, and
यस
you have 4 clients who've already paid a deposit to buy a
यस
property in the off-plan segment through you. And because of this geopolitical tension, they have asked for a refund of their money. And these are
दे
all
आर नो
such.
मोर इंटरेस्टेड या
Somebody
दे
is like
लूजिंग इंटरेस्ट
somebody 75,000, different. Okay. Now what happens
एग्जैक्टली
is that
करेक्ट
there are 2 3 ways how you can do it. A, I would suggest you to understand what is their criteria and value. Why did they first got into the property? B, make them understand the value what Dubai has to offer. C, buy time from the developer of next payments to come in, where you can
ओके
give them into a pause and say, you know what, I've spoken to the developers. Just because you want to take a refund, the developers are not offering refund, but as a special case, we
ओके
have taken that if things don't improve by 15th of 20th of 30th of April, okay, we will look into this clauses, something around this line.
ऑलराइट
Buy time right now, okay.
ओके
And third thing, what I would suggest you, Amna, is realtors panic more when deals are getting lost and put less motivation to do deals. Your
करेक्ट
measure of your timeline will go in terms of how do I do the firefighting with them, in terms of making them stay on the plan. You can only do so much. Just understand this and take a hard pill. Speak to the
ओके
developer, negotiate with them. Can we give them an extended payment plan? Other developers are offering structured story. What can we do better for them? Just so that it makes them feel that they have got a better deal in this current market situation, which was not there earlier. Okay.
ओके
This is
ओके
what I would suggest. Okay. Adnan, would you like to add something to this?
No, actually, it's a more of a also a confidence building exercise because even I have faced the same issues with especially the intermediate, where the SPA is
या
in the process of being signed. So I think it's a common thing,
एग्जैक्टली
and it's more about instilling the overall confidence into the buyer that structurally nothing has changed, and it's not like they are being disadvantaged in any way where the developer is changing the terms for incoming buyers from this point forward or something like that.
ट्रू
And that's how
ट्रू
we have taken a stand and got the investors on board. I mean, that's how we've done it.
At the time of signing the contracts, out of 4, 2 I definitely convinced them, because obviously Dubai market is very high. I'm not saying it's something out of budget for some people, middlemen especially. So I got them signed this contract because I thought Ajman is a good, promising market. So you can definitely invest in Ajman and get a freehold up to 500,000. You are definitely getting a freehold of 2 BHK. So that's what actually I told them, and they were convinced. They were pretty convinced. But now when I'm getting calls since 2 days, and they're like,
By time,
ma'am,
Amna,
we are
by time.
planning.
You can't do anything. The geopolitical is not in our hands. That is the only way to rescue a deal today. Buy time.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And focus on new deals. Okay.
Correct, sir. Correct. Definitely. I
All
got
right.
you. So no issues. Definitely.
All right.
No, I understand.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Amna.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time,
Thank
and
you
thank you for
everyone
such
for
clear
joining
answers.
in. We'll catch up next week. Felix, I'm going to answer all your questions next week. And people who I was not able to answer questions like Sushil, Pavan, we are going to take in next week. We're going to be taking one topic and we're going to go deep in terms of understanding that. Thank you so much for joining in, guys. Wish you all the very best. Stay safe and take care.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.